Hey, what's up, YouTube? Welcome to Skateboarding Beginner number 308. I'm over here because I'm being a wuss, man, you know? It's kind of windy, so... Not really that windy, but... I don't know, man. I think from yesterday was like 52 degrees. It's 52 degrees right now. It's supposed to be 64 today, but that wind, man, can't hang with the wind. And so I don't know, man. Just I guess the video is like a new beginning, you know. The reason is because I'm eating some chips. That's why I was choking on some Doritos. Of course, a little mini can of Coke. There's so many things to unwrap today, man. So, you know, my rant is everywhere, you know. First of all, yesterday was our 5th anniversary of the Skateboarding Beginner video. So I'm pretty stoked on that, you know what I mean? Like, I'm proud that I stuck with it for 5 years, you know, returning. Because I started on my birthday, March 16, 2021. And today is March 17, 2026. So 5 years and 1 day. And yeah, I just turned 55 yesterday. And my sister bought me a skateboard. Super 8. Don't be late. I got the awesome graphics on here. And another thing too, I hey, look, no more wiggles. I know. That's what I mean by so much to unwrap. So, and these are those what's his name, Shanigan. He skates for DGK. Yeah, the Venture Shanigan Pro Model Ventures that my friend got me. And yeah, I got the Ace bushings because I don't know, and then I had to grind the top a little bit because these are the low. They have the kingpin really low, you can see. So the regular Indie and Ace pushing wouldn't fit, so I had to grind it down, rig it up. But yeah, so that's another thing, you know. So there's so many things, but first thing we'll talk about my bushings. You know, I did that cutting the bushings in half, and just it was fun. You know, I mean, fun to wiggle around, but it made my skateboarding like 10 times or probably 50 times harder to do. And I feel like, you know, like now that I'm starting this little, hopefully, you know, it lasts a little bit, but I've been taking my skateboards, like 5 skateboards to the church on Sunday, and we would skate after, you know, while everybody's eating their food. My sister and my brother-in-law eating for like 10-20 minutes, whatever. We skate out there and have fun, teaching these kids how to skate and everything. But and then on certain Saturdays, some Saturdays, I mean, I go there, it's, you know, when it's warm, but I'm gonna try to go every Saturday. So sometimes my pastor, he takes his son and his son's friend and the other friends, they come meet us at the 4 Down skate park. and teach them how to drop in and all that. But then again, because my trucks are so loose that I can do it, but it's like iffy, and so I just tell them how to do it, but instead of showing them, I just been telling them how to do it. I know I can do it, but because the trucks are wobbly, I feel like, I don't know, I might eat shit and set myself back, So now I'm thinking, I guess kind of like a experimental phase is over. It's more of a, hold on a second. There we go. It's more of a like a mental battle in my head, really, because because I stopped skateboarding for so long, over 20 years, and I lost all my muscle mass and lost all my tricks, and so I had to give myself time, which is like about a year, that I loosened my trucks up. And what I was telling myself was, just, I don't need to learn all these tricks, I don't need to learn all these tricks and whatever, because I just have just as much fun, wiggling around my board, just doing manuals and stuff like that. But in reality is, I always watch, YouTube with like Shane O'Neill, and you know what I mean, when he's doing his live stream, and his just warm up is just so good, like he'll just do like, I don't know, nollie no slide, nollie cookie grind, nollie, and then in the end he'll do like nollie cookie grind, nollie flip all, what I mean, like 360 flip, switch 360 flip, switch heel flip, switch varial flips, because he takes like, he doesn't take it, but people tell him tricks in the video. And then he was skating his mini ramp. It's like little 2 foot with extension, 3 foot, just like doing blunt fakie, nose blunt fakie. And then I was watching my friend Will, my road to the vert ramp number 20. He's just cruising, doing blunt, nose blunt, and like that's my favorite trick, blunt to fakie. I had that trick for days, man. But then, I don't know, it's just, the battle in mind is very, very strong, So I had to like do something, because I didn't want to push myself, in the beginning. Like just jumping into it and like trying like, blunts and kick flips and all that stuff. 360 kick flips, stuff like that. Which gonna be like, take a little longer because my legs are not built good. So by loosening my trucks, I kind of like ease myself, slowly. I'm just concentrating on just pushing and just riding around, carving and things like that. And, a little ollie here and there, little nollies. So then I just said, well, I'll just go pump on the ramp, on the half pipe, on the mini ramp and the vert ramp. Because it doesn't take too much. Just try to build my legs up, and it does. I'm sore like after like 10 minutes or 20 minutes of pumping, I mean, like the whole day I'm sore. So last week I just put my board together. Like what I did is I got this I got the black grip up here, right? And then I got the clear. I cut the clear grip to put around the skin part. Because I did this already with the mini ramp, the mini board that I had. I would cut the black part because I didn't know they had I know we had the clear grip, so I just bought that, So now I mix it up, put the clear, and then where the clear is, and then leave the black out. So, and and then leave the black back here and then up here. And then yeah, it's like I said, I like my trucks. Plus one thing about vintage, I was riding independent trucks for a long time, and Ace trucks too. So the thing is, with venture trucks, they the hanger here, these hangers, they're set back about 1/4 of an inch each, so it's like, or maybe 1/8 of an inch, whatever it is. If you ride ventures, the wheelbase is further apart than the Indies or the Thunder or Ace. So yeah, ventures. I think ventures and Royal have the wide. I don't know. Not sure about Royal, but I know Venture for sure have the wider. That means that gives you more like balance on your board, because you know the wheelbase. It's like standing, right? You're standing close, and you're standing apart, right? It's easy to stand apart and balance. You know what I mean? More. That's why you see like a karate or kung fu or whatever martial art stance. They always like bend the leg like that, and then they like spread out a little bit, So yeah. So I think stick with the ventures. Get the trucks tightened, and then I'm finally gonna start to try learn some tricks and stuff, like actually trying like work on my ollies, especially build my legs up to get higher and higher ollies, because every trick is an ollie. So an ollie is like the mold or the foundation of all the tricks. So if your ollies are weak, the trick's gonna be weak, And I just love just ollieing around, when I used to be able to ollie real good. It was so funny just ollie over there, like you see somebody skateboard just rolling by, it was like ollie. See a cone, ollie, a chair or whatever, ollie, ollie up like little ramps or up and down like bank ramp, right? The bank ramp's like this, ollie in the bank ramp, ollie up the bank ramp, So I think now that's why this video is called The New Beginning, because this is the new beginning. Now, like, I'm not saying like I'm gonna get serious, but kind of serious, like for myself anyway, to push myself, to get better. So now that 5 years been, I made it to 5 years, 308 videos, and I'm pretty proud of myself, like I said. And one goal that I didn't meet was I wanted to drop in a vert ramp by this, but then I didn't realize that I was gonna be out for 2 months because of the winter, between December and March. You know what I mean? At the end of February. So I didn't count that. So I lost 2 months of. So now I'm gonna concentrate on that. And another thing too is, it's just this is the reality of the world, that when you're not that good, nobody really cares. You know what I mean? Like, who wants to watch like someone suck, right? And I know that I'm pretty good, but because I hacked my trucks so fucked up that it set me back, like, back. But like I said, I had to build my confidence back up, and that took like a whole year. Now that I've done the loose trucks for a whole year, it's like, okay, now I've done that, so now it's like one less thing, because the most or not the most, but the worst thing to me is like not knowing, right? Like, what would happen, right? What if, like, especially when you're a kid, right? You're like, man, what if I dated this girl, right? You know what I mean? What if, And then I was thinking, like, I remember I had a crush on this girl, like, in 6th grade in Clovis, New Mexico. Her name was Priscilla. Man, I would just dream of her all the time, right? And now, right now, I'm just thinking like, I just turned 55 yesterday. I was like thinking, shit, they're probably like all fat and have like 3 kids and miserable, you know what I mean? But like I said, what if, And I'm glad, God was always there with me. Praise Jesus. Because I'm very, 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 very happy, in my life right now. I mean, only thing I want to think about is just skateboarding, you know what I mean? Like, look at this sick ass setup, right? I mean, I don't know, man. A lot of my friends are like, they have nice houses and nice cars and married and have kids and all that, but I bet you, like, they're working right now, right? This is a Tuesday right now around 12 o'clock. They're probably working or lunch break, whatever, but here's me sitting here just ranting, about skateboarding and just thinking about Saturday, right? Going to the skate park. It's going to be 92 degrees, man. And let's get back to that I was saying about the reality of, people don't want to see sucky things, They want to see the best. So even though I know I could do a lot of things, but by hacking my trucks bad, I set myself back, and in a way I don't feel like I got like respect, I mean, not for my friends, but just strangers, but I shouldn't care, they're just strangers, but still, you know what I mean? Like, they see you and they're like, can you do this? Or they'll ask, can you do that or this or that, And you're like, no, not really, because I can't. Like, I mean, simple rock fakie, hang up fakie, 50-50 grinds and all that, that's all simple tricks, but because my trucks are so loose, I was just worried about, like, staying on my board, not the trick part. And, since I wasn't working on my tricks, my legs, the muscle that's supposed to be doing those tricks, is not there, So, going on from, from now on, now that I got my trucks back to normal and yeah, I had that coffin board. It was very hard to ride, and yeah, now I was scared to even roll down this thing, man, this driveway again. So I was scared to do that, and it's not a good thing, man, to go backwards. So yeah, that's the whole shebang of the tight trucks, putting my trucks back together, because now I could just don't have to worry about staying on my board. I could just focus. Now I can go. It took me a year, but now I can move to the next level. You know what I mean? I was still stuck in level 1 for like a whole year, but now it's kind of like I play a lot of like RPG games, which is role-playing games where you grind a lot before you move on to the next stage. I feel like that's my skateboarding right now. Is I've been just grinding a whole year on my my loose trucks, and it's funny and it's like cool and it's like conversation piece and stuff like that. But then in the overall, like skill or my overall, as in progression or progressing, as of for me, I actually either stable, like didn't go anywhere, or I went down. I went actually going backwards, I'm actually going down. Was that trajectory, whatever trajectory, where it's like shooting downward, trajectory, whatever the word is. I always see it all the time when people talk about like stock or especially video game, how many players are playing like on Steam, how many people are playing right now, and what was the top of the weekend or the highest, and what is the current players right now. Trajectory. I gotta look it up. I gotta know how to spell first so I can pronounce it. trajectory or something like that. So yeah, as far as my skateboarding skill is flat, but it's like more down than flat. Flat as in like I never got over level 1. But now I feel really comfortable, you know, like confident now after a year riding my trucks loose and everything like that. That now that when I go back to the normal trucks, I think it's gonna be, you know what I mean, like when I do the ollies and nose manuals, stuff like that, it's gonna be nose slides and stuff. It's gonna be, you know, it's gonna be really good, man. So yeah, because you know, as I go out, as I go to the skate park and stuff, it's like so many different people and beginners, a lot of beginners, and it's nice to be like able to do a couple tricks and then, you know, give them that confident boost. Because who wants to learn from somebody like just think like if you had a broken ankle, right, or a broken knee or something like that, and you're like barely hopping, you know, walking to pick up your board, and it's like, you know, kids, they don't care what happened to you, you know what I mean? They just want to know how do you do a kickflip, or how to do a shove it or whatever, right? Or nose slide and shit like that, nose grind. But if you can't even ollie up like over a curb or a crack, it's like they don't want to learn from you. I mean, they'll be nice to you, but they're not gonna, you know what I mean? The impression gauge, you know, like the over 9,000 gauge is not there. And I mean, they respect you because you're like older, but I realize that. And I think, like I said, after now that I hit that 5-year goal of returning, and it just built my confidence up, you know, even though I didn't get my drop in on the vert ramp, but it will happen. Not on the loose truck, so that one that ship sailed yesterday, you know what I mean? After I got this board, I put the regular bushings in and everything, so yeah, that ship sailed. And it was kind of like I said, maybe like an experimental for my mental, you know, because skateboarding is, when you do it for a long time, it doesn't matter, not just skateboarding or anything, right? When you do something for a long time, it's like you get like stagnated, right? Like it stops. Your hype and your love kind of just stops, and you feel like, you know, that's why a lot of people quit, right? They don't want to do it no more because it's not there. And so you know, it's cool to like finally get to a point where, you know, it's weird, like your mind, you know what I mean? Like you have to not keep focused, but if you can, you know, maintain that focusedness, you know, like what your goal is, what you want to do, what, you know, like it's kind of like you're gonna say, what do you want to do today? I don't know, whatever happens, right? Or instead of saying like, what are you gonna do today? Oh man, I want to go to the skate park and hit up the vert ramp and the mini ramp and the street course, right? Versus I just wake up and be like, I don't know, man, maybe go outside, maybe like mow the lawn, or maybe I'll just wash the dishes or wash my clothes, right? Play some video games. You know what I mean? Like if you have a purpose, life is like way better, you know, and like timing too. Like I'll give you an example, because lately I just been playing video games, you know, Wasteland 3, and you know, like you have guns where you can mod like the scopes and underlight, all that stuff on. But then it's like I would just pick random scopes, and you know, like maybe like a level, like a maybe a medium or low scope, where like the best scope, you have to craft it, right? So you have to go find the recipe, you know. I wouldn't do that. I would just slap on whatever I find on it and just play the game like that. And then you have this thing called scrap, and you need scraps, which is like scraps like when you tear down old weapons and stuff like that. And you need those scraps to build a new weapon, right? And I would just go as I pick the scraps up, I would just use it up. And sometimes the ammo, they use scraps to make ammos or make healing items, stuff like that. I would just, when I have enough, I'd be like, I'll just make, 30-06 or 50 caliber or whatever, energy cell, whatever, right? And I've been playing for like, I probably played over like 20 times already. And now I'm into almost like, probably like 90% dialed in, right? So now I'm like saving my scope until I get the recipe for the best scope, which is a 9 meter. 9 meter is like, the farthest you can use the scope with. And then like a under barrel be like a 10% chance hit. That's 1/10, right? Chance to hit the enemy, right? So if you put that on, say like the beginning one like 3% or 5%. This one's 10%, right? Same thing with the laser. With the laser sight, it's like a 0.25% chance of critical hit, right? Instead of like a 0.1, this is 0.25, so it's like 1.5 times more if you get the best. So what I did was I would just slap whatever on that, but then the problem is, once you put it on, you can't take it off. You know what I mean? And when you put the new one on, the old one gets destroyed. So there are only so many scopes and laser sights and ammo magazines and stuff like that, right? And certain guns are limited too, So anyway, so now I'm like fine tuning everything, making sure if I do get whatever to put on my gun, is like I'll make sure that's the gun I'm gonna keep for the whole game, Otherwise, I'll just wait till I get that gun. But by playing so many times, you know where all the guns are, what's the best gun, you know what I mean? So now getting back to skateboarding, I feel like that. I feel like that whole year that I've been riding my trucks loose and just coming across different people at the skate park and, at my, wherever I go, right? Even I go to my dialysis, there's kids that are walking home over there and they like ask me questions and stuff, like, oh, can you do this or do that? I feel like I shouldn't need other people's approval, But it's not even approval, it's just, at that time my mind mentally wasn't ready to learn, ready to learn to go forward as it like progress, like knocking tricks down, and get better and better. In life there's a lot of things that happen, you know what I mean? You get, your body deteriorates and your muscle deteriorates and you get sores and aching, and like even today I was nauseated all day yesterday after dialysis, and even today right now till about now I was nauseated. That's why I haven't started the video yet. So I've been just drinking a little bit of soda and eating some chips, because usually I don't really eat anything out here, but just trying to pass the time so my nausea goes away, and it's like almost gone. It's about 5% left still. I still feel a little bit nauseated, And I mean, it's not a good feeling when you when your body's not like, because I'm gonna be riding or whatever, then I'm gonna be like feeling nauseated, right? It's not good, I mean? Like, instead of concentrating on my tricks, I'm just you know, trying to concentrate on my health, right? So yeah, instead of setting some kind of goals like I did, you know what I mean? It was like I had to, because, you know, returning is not easy. I tried to return like 3 times, right? When I was 48 years old, I tried to return. That didn't work. I only skated like 10 times that year. And then when I was 49, same thing, maybe 10 times, 20 times. Then when I was 50, I was like, you know what? That's a great number. I'm going to stick with that. And I did. And now from 2021 to 2026 at 308 videos. And I feel like, you know what I mean? That's an accomplishment, you know? Because, you know, people, when I was a kid, man, 5 years is a long time, you know? So going forward, you know, I'm thinking of like people like Steve Caballero, you know, he's still skating. I mean, Tony Hawk, of course. You know what I mean? Who doesn't know Tony Hawk? And it's cool too, like that guy Will Cortez, the skate shop, he's like, that owns the skate shop, he's like 28. And then the kid that works for him, Breck, he's like 17, and he rips on the vert ramp, you know, like big ass Stalefish, you know, like, yeah, he's 17. And I got this other guy, Garrett, he just turned like 39. Just different ages, right? Like different people with different skills and different things. And then here's me at 55. And where do I fit, right? I think when I had the loose trucks, I wasn't fitting to anything. I was just there. I feel like, I think it had to be, you know? Even though sometimes I feel like, oh, that was a waste of a whole year, right? But no, it built my mental, you know? Once you build your mental up, it's very like, once your mental is strong, you know what I mean? You can do anything, you know? Not do anything, but like if you want to go to the next step, whatever the next step is, you can do it, because now you already got your mental set and you already got everything, you know what I mean? All the, whatever doubts or whatever that you're curious of, just, it's gone now, you know? So yeah, like my curiosity with loose trucks, it's fine, it's gone, because, you know, like, it's cool to have that fear factor where you hit a crack and you can like eat shit. And that's what happened. I cracked 2 ribs last year. Just freaking wheel bite. I didn't even do anything. I was pushing forward and I just leaned too much on one side and fell on my ribs. Cracked 2 ribs, and I was out a month, 30 days, you know? So 2 months from the winter, another month from my cracked ribs. So that's 3 months down last year that, you know what I mean? I could have progressed. So yeah. So was the loose trucks worth it? Yes, it was worth it for my mental mind only. But as far as my skateboarding skill, no. I lost skills because of that. So it's not for everyone, you know what I mean? Like, sometimes you need to find something that makes to rebuild your brain or your mental state back, you know? Build your brain up. You know what I mean? Because like yesterday, right, it was like 33 degrees, 32 degrees or something like that, or 35, somewhere in the 30s when I was going to dialysis yesterday. And my brother-in-law was like, hey, you want to ride, you know, in his car? Usually I'd be like, I wouldn't even think about it. I'd be like, hell yeah, you know? So then, because the past 2 weeks I've been, you know, skating at the church, skating, you know, here, and going to the skate park, you know, last Saturday and all that. And my mental was strong, right? So my mental was strong that I overcome the coldness, you know. It was windy, it was cold. Usually I would be like, nah, like right now, right? I'm sitting over here because it's cold. Not even that, because like I said, you know, I was nauseated a little bit. I didn't want to be sitting like shivering plus having the nausea, you know what I mean? Like, I don't want to have to double the, you know, the thing on my my health. So now that the year is over, and you know, I figure out like what I really want to do now. Now I really want to do is just start kind of over, but it would be good because now I'm not concentrating on just trying to ride. I'm concentrating on like tricks, you know what I mean? Like when I go to the skate park, I'm gonna actually like try to get higher on the pump, on the vert ramp. Maybe like I'll probably do like try some fakie rock and some tail stalls. If we do a couple of those good, then I'm gonna try drop in, and then maybe do some axle stalls, and then some nose stalls, and maybe some tail slides, you know, backside, front side. You know, then the goal is by the blunt fakie. The nose blunt for sure. I never done a nose blunt ever. I always done blunt to fakie, but yeah. So the nose blunt would be the new trick that I would try. You know, so these are like, I already got all these tricks in my head. You know what I mean? That's gonna be like going across the whole year, right? So these are the tricks. Like it's kind of contemplating, right? What I said, right? I said, no, I'm not gonna set any goals, right? It's not really a goal. It's just like things that I want to do, you know. And a goal is like you gotta meet it, right? If I don't meet it, then I got next year, right? So I don't want to do that. I don't want to meet the goal. Hey boy, hi boy, hi boy. Yeah, so I don't want to meet the goal, you know. Like if I do it, sick. If not, then whatever, right? I could get next year or the year after, whatever. But it's nice to have a list of tricks that, you know, I want to check off, you know what I mean? Like, not just check off, but like, some people just check it off and then they don't do it no more, right? No, I want to check it off and add it to my my skateboarding list, you know? You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to just check it off and just like, alright, see you later, you know? Yeah, man, so I'm very happy with this new beginning, man, you know? It's kind of weird because like, I sound like serious, you know what I mean? Like, skateboarding, I know skateboarding should be fun and everything. It is fun. Like I said, you don't see me have fun, you see me quit, right? I'm not quitting, right? I have fun, but, you know, it's sometimes just talking, you know. To like, you know, sort out. Like I said, as I get older, I'm 55 now, and you know, I want to be skating, you know. Just not just skating, but I want to be like to rip, you know what I mean? Like, I know people are probably saying, "Oh man, you're too old to be ripping," right? Nah, man, it's like maybe some people think like that, but if your brain thinks like that, see, that's what I mean. You gotta go reset, you know. You reset your brain. It's like my brain right now, no, man. It's just that to me, it's just like, okay, yeah, I'm 55, but I still feel like, you know what I mean? Like when I was, you know, young. Like, man, when I got this board for my birthday, you know what I mean? Some people my age are like, oh, I don't even celebrate birthdays anymore, you know? Like, well, what's your loss? You know what I mean? Like I feel like, I don't know, you know? Got new trucks to try out, you know what I mean? Like venture trucks, and I got, of course, you got always got the Spitfire and the Swiss bearings, you know? And I don't know, man. I got like the best setup right now, and my brain is clear, is set, it knows what it wants. Just my body got to catch up, and as far as trick list, you know what I mean? Like, I know how to do every trick pretty much, except for like maybe a hard flip or a couple of tricks, you know, like hard flip, maybe a laser flip or dragon, you know what I mean? Like those fucking weird ass tricks that people do. But as far as basic trick like kick flip, nollie heel flip, nollie 360 flip, front side, 180, back side 180, half calves, full calves. I mean, stalefish, in the air, backside, method air, judo air, frigid air. I mean, tail blocks. Well, I can't do it. Never done hand plants, any kind of hand plant, but regular plant like fast plant, Russian boneless, backside boneless, frontside boneless. I mean, those are like basic, like tricks you should like, if you want to be good. Not just good, but to be able to throw down those tricks, it feels good, Frontside disaster, backside disaster, disaster revert, frontside, backside. Frontside nose blunt slide, backside nose blunt slides, regular nose slide, kick flip to nose slide, kick flip tail slides, backside frontside tail, crooked grind, kick flip crooked grind, 5-0. Oh, another trick I never done was pivot fakie. I did that and I felt my head so hard I never tried it. Yeah, so that's another trick I could do. Feeble fakie, frontside, backside. I mean, hurricane, sugar cane. I mean, that's pretty. That's probably like almost 50 tricks right there, right? Because each trick is like 4 tricks, right? You do regular and then revert, and you do switch, and like an ollie, right? You do ollie, fakie ollie, nollie, fakie ollie. I mean, switch ollie. That's 4, right? Just the ollie trick. So yeah, that should be around 50 tricks right there. If you can do those 50 tricks, it's like, you know what I mean? Other tricks just comes after that. I mean, if you can do those tricks, And most people don't even do that. I mean, they just do the same tricks and they just do it on different obstacles, right? Like they'll do like ollie tail, kick flip off, tail stall to nose manual, right? Shove it off or nollie flip off or whatever, right? It's just the same trick, but it's just on different obstacles. So anyway, I was thinking, man, I love the ride of the loose trucks, but my progression just stalemate. Either stalemate or they go like negative, right? You don't want that. Anyway, now I'm just like going, just keep saying the same thing. So I guess we'll just do some manuals for now. Just gonna test out. I haven't rode this board yet since I put the tighten the trucks up. So I'll let you know. Right now we'll go ride and then we'll see what happens. So we'll set the camera up over there, and then yeah, we'll let you know how it is. I think it's gonna be pretty good. I just gotta get you know what I mean? I just gotta get used to it a little bit. See, even going down this stupid thing, I was scared. And if you ride a skateboard, you can't be scared, right? A beautiful day too. The trees coming back, the leaves, and then the winds died down, so we're good to go. I think it's the cars right there. I think we're gonna go over here. That's why I was over there. I think we're gonna do the where we used to do it right here. I think we might do it over here. Remember we used to do it right here? I think we'll just do it right here. Here. See that wind coming? It's pretty good right here. Can do the bomb that. See if I could bomb that first try. Maybe. Bomb it first try or what? Try it right. Be stiff. Can't even turn. Goes on board. Wow. Can't even turn. Look at my board. Gotta do halfway first. Gotta do halfway first. Gotta try halfway. See how halfway does. That's scary, man. It's not scary, it's just I can't turn. A lot of tic-tac going around. Yeah, I just gotta get used to it. Let's try again. much more stable, you know? Yeah, I feel like I can go faster too now, you know? Alright, let's go. All the way to the top. The top this time. Alright, the real deal. Yeah, to get a couple of, you know, baby steps. Alright, just the real big deal. To the top, around. Not bad, not bad. The problem is that crack right there. Bottom. You know, I don't feel like we're gonna eat crack. Cracky crack. Pretty good, homie. Pretty good. Yeah, I feel like that's pretty good. That's some good skating. Yeah, I could go like, yeah, push way faster now, man. Yeah, I think this is gonna be the new, new thing, baby. Alright, that's it, I guess. You know? Alright, baby. I know it's not that much skateboarding today, but just want to try my trucks, you know, see if I like it or not. And it turns tight, like, I guess coming from the super loose, you know. But that like I said, man, this could be a new beginning for me. Seriously, I know it doesn't look much, never looks like nothing, but like just the bump from up here to there I was worried about it a lot. It's not that, because I don't want to get, you know what I mean, I don't want to get hurt just doing a driveway drop, you know. So it's like so put a lot of pressure, you know, that I had to you know, to land it. And I just got to get used to the just riding the trucks tight, you know, not tight but normal. And so get that wobbly out of the way. Yeah, it's pretty cool, so I like it. So anyway, go see your friends and family. The dead don't need anything. Always have fun, you know. You see me have fun, you see me quit, you know. And keep on rolling, because rainwater goes stale, and I'll be keeping the underground lit for you and me. Alright? Dracula, baby. Dracula.